This is the first time in Johnson County that we have sent out applications to request a mail ballot to every registered voter. We want to protect the voters, and we also want to protect our election workers. And so we'll be prepared to vote people in person, but we're really hopeful that most people will choose to fill out that application that they get in the mail and send it back to us in time to get your ballot early. They're already filled out, pre-populated with all of your voter registration information. It's very simple. All you have to do is sign your name and fill in your Kansas driver's license number and submit any other ID if you don't have a Kansas driver's license, and put them back in the mail to us. If you want to vote for the Democratic or the Republican candidates, you have to be affiliated with either one of those parties. We have one county commissioner district in the southeast part of the county that is having a primary. More than 2 candidates have filed. So any voter can vote in that race because it's a nonpartisan race. If you're an unaffiliated voter, and you always have been, you've never picked a party, at any time leading up to Election Day, you have the option to choose a party. So on the advance applications that are going out in the mail, it will give you an opportunity to fill out a form at the bottom if you want to get a Democrat or a Republican ballot. So be sure to pay attention to the bottom of that form. You can return your ballot applications, of course, in the mail. And we have a drop box, 24-hour drop box in front of our office. You can drop it in there at any time. And you can also email it to our office if you would like. And that's votebymail@jocoelection.org. The ballots will start going out 3 weeks before Election Day. So around July 15th, the ballots will be sent out in the mail. And so anybody that submitted an application up until that point, that's about when they can start getting them. You can still request a ballot by mail until July 28th, but we always encourage people to request a ballot as soon as possible so that we can be sure you have time to get it in the mail and have time to vote it and get it back to us in time for the election. The deadline for mailing in, it must be postmarked by Election Day, August the 4th. If we receive them after Election Day and we have an August 4th postmark on them, we are able to count them if they come to our office within 3 days after Election Day with an Election Day postmark. I encourage them personally to not try to put it in the mail at the last minute. They can drop it off at one of our 7 early voting in-person locations here at our drop box or at their polling place on Election Day. That's the best way to be sure that we get your ballot and we count your vote. We will still be doing in-person voting. If you really want to vote in person, 7 locations in Johnson County are going to open, just like they always have, and that'll be 14 days before Election Day. And of course, we'll be open at your neighborhood polling place on August the 4th. And everybody will be socially distanced between voting machines, and all of the protective gear and supplies will be provided to our election workers. There's going to be sanitizers and sanitizer wipes. The voting machine screens will be wiped down and cleaned after each voter has touched them. So we have all of the protective things that will be in place.